Hey, have you ever tried baking a cake and leaving out an ingredient? Or have you ever left out an instruction? When I was about 11 years of age, I was doing a cooking class at school. The teacher led us students through a process step by step. We added the ingredients, we mixed things in the right order, we then placed it in the oven just at the right temperature. 30 minutes later, the place was smelling incredible. Out we pulled what was known as hot cross buns. They looked good, they smelled good, and when I wrapped my mouth around those things, they tasted incredible. My mum was a teacher at another school and typically didn't get home until 5 p.m. I had it all planned. I'll rush home, I'll make some hot cross buns I had made and learnt at school and have her try them out when she got home. My mum was a great cook, and to be honest, I wanted her to be proud of me. I could just imagine it. She walks in after a hard day of teaching, walks in the door and smells are gonna hit her. I'll have a hot tea ready for her and I'll pull out the perfected hot cross bun. She will then wrap her lips around that great tasting hot cross bun she's never experienced. And that day, I'll be crowned her favorite child. 3 p.m. school bell goes off. I rushed home. I walked into the kitchen. I got started. I pulled out the recipe I got from the teacher. Then I got started by pulling out the ingredients as the recipe stated. It asked for self-raising flour at one point, and I searched the pantry high and low. I couldn't find self-raising flour. All I could find though was standard flour. It looked the same to me, so I used that. Followed the rest of the steps, placed it in the oven, and around 5 p.m. the flour smelled great. The hot water had been boiled. My mum walks in. She could tell I was up to something. I mean, the kitchen was a mess. I used every bowl and utensil on the cupboard. I told her to sit down at the kitchen table. I bought her a hot tea and I said, I've got a surprise for you in the oven. Went to the oven with great expectation. Opened it up. Looked in. Instead of seeing a hot cross bun that had risen up, all I could see was a very sad pancake. You can imagine, I was gutted. That hot cross bun never rose to its full potential because I'd substituted that for something else. Something that should never have been mixed into the bowl. Like a cake that never rose to its full potential, the reality is most people on planet Earth live far lower than what they were created to become. What if I told you that most people never come close to becoming who God created them to be? Not because they lacked talent and not because they lacked opportunity, because something inside of them convinced them to settle. Studies consistently show that a small percentage of people intentionally pursue personal growth. Some estimates say less than 10% live with clear purpose, discipline, and direction. That means 90% live beneath their potential, not above it. And here's the sobering part. Most people don't fail loudly, they fail quietly, drifting, delaying, downsizing their dreams. It's been said that the greatest tragedy in life is not death, but life lived without becoming who you could have been. I've seen this play out over and over again. I've met people with incredible gifting who never activated it. People with calling who stayed stuck in comfort. People who survived but never truly rose. The story was told of a man who had incredible gift. Everyone who knew him said the same thing. He could have done anything. He had the intelligence, creativity, leadership, and opportunity. But every time the door opened, he hesitated. Not because he wasn't capable, but because he was comfortable. He kept saying, one day I'll step out, one day I'll try, one day I'll become who I know I could be. Well, years later, that same man said something that many have never forgot. My greatest regret isn't what I failed at, it's what I never attempted. And maybe, just maybe, if you be honest, something inside of you says that there could be more than what I'm currently living. That question alone is proof that there is. Potential isn't automatic. It doesn't unfold on its own. You must recognize it, challenge it, and develop it. Think about this. Every cemetery is filled with unfulfilled ideas, unwritten books, unrealized visions, and untapped greatness. Not because people were incapable, but because no one ever helped them rise. I've created a video series, Rising to Your Full Potential, for this one reason: to help you break out of survival mode, to silence the lies that keep you small, and to awaken what God has placed inside of your purpose. It's not hype, it's not self-help fluff. This is about aligning mind, habits, faith, and direction. See, when the right truth meets the right moment, ordinary people begin to live extraordinary lives. You weren't created to coast. You weren't designed just to get by. You were made to rise. And if you're willing to lean in, engage, and do the work, this series could mark a moment you stop settling for and start becoming. I've created 7 punchy teaching sessions. Each video is somewhere between 8 and 14 minutes in length. Plus the exercises I give you is an investment in yourself that will cause you to rise up and become all that God created you to become. Welcome to Rising to Your Full Potential.